Welcome to the social reel.
Hello, my friends. We meet again. It's been a while. Where should I begin? Give me a second, because I am sharing this to Facebook. We are not professionals.
I think we already proved that in the last one.
If you haven't already seen, we do have a video of Snack Show up for you today. I also put the videos of me eating Thin Mint Frosty on the YouTube and the TikTok. So go ahead and head over to TikTok, the social reel, and follow us on there. There's a video of me going through Target, my process on finding new snacks. Then there's also a video of what we're going to be talking about today, which is the Innings Fest, and we'll get all to that in a second. My name is Aaron.
Spoiler alert, his process.
This is Scott. He's my producer and best friend and co-host, and this is the social reel. Thank you for joining us. Let me finish this post.
I'm the one that starts the show when he says, "I'm ready, start the show." And then right before the theme music ends, he says, "Hey, I need more time." And I'm like,
I forgot to share this.
Can't do it, bro.
It's all good.
The music plays itself.
It's all good, dude. Anyway.
The music plays itself. You got to go.
That didn't even work.
We got to go.
So, unfortunately, both of the people that I was going to have on today, well, one of them, it was just too last minute. Like, the other guy canceled last minute. So then I was like, hey, how about you do it? And he's like, well, it's last minute and I'm shopping. I'm out with family.
There's nothing unfortunate because now you get all of us.
That's right.
And you get to learn what we did.
What did we do?
Jeez, we're going to talk about it.
Oh, I know. What did we do? We went and saw a movie together. I saw a movie by myself. I went to Innings Festival. I got scared. I ran away from somewhere, and we'll get into that as soon as I can figure out how to post this stupid link.
This is something that I've not heard of running away from something.
I know. Hold on.
Good God.
Join us.
Hey, man, are you ready to do the show?
Podcast.
Yeah, as soon as you're ready. I'm ready right now.
All right, I'm done.
Click it. Click the button.
Done. Sorry, that is my fault. All right, we're not professionals. Who cares?
Jesus.
So
I'm a professional because I'm over here orchestrating this shit.
You can think,
But I can't wrangle you though.
You can think you're a professional. I mean, we're not really professionals. But anyways, so we saw some movies. We did some stuff. Everything's been kind of crazy, chaotic. Just first and foremost, I want to thank everybody who's checked us out. We got over 10,000 views between the TikTok and the YouTube of just me and Scott talking about the Black Parade. The biggest comment that I'm getting is, what the fuck album are you guys talking about? Listen, I don't know if you watched this show.
Didn't put the hashtag.
Hold on. I don't know if you watched this show, but we use AI for everything. Not because of laziness, just because it works. I think Scott...
We use what everybody else uses.
Yeah.
Everybody else uses the clip generators, and we use it. However...
So I use and pay for the clip generators. They don't always clip the most coherent things, but what they will do is they'll run consecutively. So it'll be one clip, two clip, and then that's how I usually try to post them. Get out of my room, Harrison. And that, my son, if you watch the Snack Show, you will know what's going on. He keeps trying to come in. But yeah, so they will run consecutively. So all you have to do...
But you can make sure that you put the titles in the hashtags.
Well, they generate the hashtags too. Remember Valhalla Boys?
You can edit it before you...
I did
Yes, you can edit it before you post it.
Yeah, okay. So, also, there is a nobody asked for ranking video of Fall Out Boy on the channel. I've just been trying to make content for the channel.
I think
I just
we go on another direction on that.
Okay.
Because it kind of gave me an idea that we pick, and we'll do this down the road. Give us enough time to kind of get our stuff together. the top 5 most influential albums to us in our lifetime.
Okay,
and
I'm
we'll
down.
talk about it.
Dude, let's do that. End of the month. Especially since we got rid of
Because I've got some ideas. I have albums that are very near and dear to me as a person that maybe other people would be kind of like, why would you pick that?
Yeah.
But I think it would be interesting.
I think I know one of them. You talked about it the other day.
Probably. and you'll have to tune into that episode.
Yeah, dude, I'm excited. That sounds like a fun episode. We will do that. So, what's been going on? We'll get to movies in a second. I did go to the Innings Fest on Friday. It was a long day. Woke up at 3 a.m., went to work, got off at like 2-ish. Had to pick up Parker from school. Kim went to like QuiltCon or some quilt thing, and then I went. I decided you had baseball, so I could not get you to go. It would have been super cool to get you to go, but I could not get you to go. And so I've
seen Fall Out Boy once. That was plenty.
You know what? It's
filled my bucket.
It's kind of weird because I've seen Fall Out Boy more times than I should have. I saw them with Blink 182, and that was only because I wanted to see Blink 182.
Famous last words.
Too. What do you mean? No,
I've seen him more than I should have.
That's a My Chemical Romance song, Famous Last Words. I saw them when we were young. I saw them at Innings Festival, and then I saw them a few times performing at Warped Tour when I was younger. And there was another time I saw them opening. Me and Kim went to see them because Kim wanted to see Paramore, and she got mad at me because we actually wound up waiting in line for a poster, like an exclusive poster, and we missed all of Paramore. Mm-hmm. Aaron loves Fall Out Boy. It's true. He does love Fall Out Boy. I do. I love it. They're my favorite band now, right today. We'll see how long that lasts. Maybe in a couple weeks they won't be my favorite band anymore. But
yeah, next week it'll be Pink Floyd or something.
Bro,
have you ever heard Pink Floyd?
I love Pink Floyd.
Yeah, I've heard
the
Pink
Division Bell. That album rocks.
Dude, I have done a deep dive into all Pink Floyd's albums, and they're phenomenal. You got to trust me on this one.
It might be something like that. Anyways, so I got dressed. I got into my.
Thank God.
Yeah, I took a shower.
Thank God.
Yeah, and I got dressed and I
made the long, lonely trip to Innings Fest.
No, well, first I stopped by ATL Wings on Warner, and I had myself a delightful
solo wing fest.
Dude, it was good, but what made it not as good? Like, it wasn't like out of a 5, it would have been 5
people.
There were 2 people sitting in front of me that were talking about starting a small business, and like you could tell, like one guy wasn't on the same page as the other guy.
Never are.
Like, we need to hire a shopkeeper, and the guy's like, dude, I'm just talking about the product right now. Like, and he's like, and then someone to hand out keys, and the other guy's like, no, like, shut the fuck up. Like, we have to get this part figured out first. But first, this guy was outside for 20 minutes because it took a while for my order to get to me, like screaming at his friend about how, like, this is what makes millionaires and stuff. The other dude just
clearly, because he's obviously a millionaire, right?
On his phone, like eating wings by himself. And I think he finally went outside to be like, I gotta go. And then he's like, he gets off the phone, and then they sit there the entire time I was there eating, and I'm just listening to this conversation. It's not important, but I had some delicious wings. I ate them all, and I specifically was waiting for time to go by because I did not want to get there too early. I didn't really care about any of the other bands. Only other band I want to see was Jack Keys, but I wound up not getting off until 2:00, and he took the stage at 2:00.
Looked like there were some decent early bands, wasn't there?
Like Winona Fighter. I don't know who that is.
Oh.
And then it was.
Aren't they playing it?
They
Warped
are.
Tour?
They sure are. We can catch them then.
We have all that time between no bands that are playing.
Jack Case is playing at Warped Tour too. So, but they announced the day to remember today. So I'm like, fuck yes. And Dropkick Murphys. And Falling in Reverse.
You had Neon Trees. I've heard of them. I don't know what
Neon
they say.
Trees was announced for Warped Tour?
No, they were at Innings Festival.
Oh, what do they sing?
I don't know.
Are you sure that's the day that the Killers were playing?
No, it's Fall Out Boy.
Oh, okay.
And Slightly Stupid. Did you stay for Slightly Stupid?
I wasn't there. I showed up at Incubus. It was Incubus, Black Keys, Fall Out Boy.
And All American Rejects, which I mean we've seen and they're super weird, but they have a lot of good tracks.
I did see video of them, and apparently because it was Innings Fest,
they were not on cocaine this time.
It was on. No, I saw videos, and they were even on more cocaine because they were all dressed in they had MLB outfits on that said Rejects on them and
just
stuff
cleats.
like that. Yeah, it was cleats,
stirrups,
and a jumpsuit, and it all looked like MLB stuff, but.
I would have been down for Slightly Stupid.
I've seen them before. I've actually seen them when I saw Fall Out Boy, because it was the Tempe Peach Bark. It was Blink-182, Fall Out Boy, Slightly Stupid, Amberlin, and Authority Zero. And so I showed up to Innings Fest about the time that Incubus took the stage. I think I missed the first song because I checked the set list, and they were really good live. I could not believe how good live they were. They sound nothing like they do on the album. I didn't realize they're more like that Slightly Stupid, Weed 311 rock. They have a cool chick bassist, and they just kind of rock, dude.
Well, all their music's been very it's always very ambient rock.
I just thought Pardon Me is a rock song, Pardon Me.
It is. I mean, they were kind of in that that alternative era of music.
That whole Wish You Were Here album is incredible, and it doesn't feel trippy, headspacey when you listen to it. Wish You Were Here, Interstellar, all that.
Maybe you should try it on something else.
I mean, one day. Oh man, I will try it on something else. So I got to see that. It was really cool. One of the most interesting things about Innings Fest is set up exactly like When We Were Young, and I don't mean that it's hyperbole in any sense. You walk up, there's a section where you get your wristbands. It's set up. The tables are set up exactly the same way as When We Were Young. I guess I could talk about this now, but I totally scalped my tickets When We Were Young.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know. I saw a lot of guys scalping tickets. I thought one of them might be at the Innings Festival, but what happened was I sold my tickets and then re-scalped the used tickets because I went to the.
Well, you said you didn't get the wristbands.
Right. I said I lied, and I was like, I didn't get the wristbands, and they were like, oh, okay. It says they're all activated, and I'm like, I don't know. And they were like, oh, here's 3 more. So I took the ones that were deactivated and I sold them to a scalper, and that was $200 in my pocket. Anyways, so
you can do stuff like that. I would be like, oh, I don't know. This guy's got some fucking stupid app on his phone or something that he can scan them. Every time you sell your iPhones to somebody, there's always the tech bro that comes.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm going to check the serial number here and make sure it's been activated. Make sure you're all paid up on your fees. And I'm like, what the fuck is this guy on, dude? What kind of app this guy got,
I always sell it to that guy. So I did that. And then, so this time they give you the wristband, you walk in, there's scalpers everywhere. There was nobody at this thing. There was fucking nobody. Go watch my video on YouTube. It looks like there's a lot of people, but behind me, very empty, very desert. I get there and
I love dessert.
Very deserted. And I do love dessert though. We just had all that candy. I'm about to eat some steak and potatoes. I'm very excited. And
hopefully some good dessert.
Yeah.
Pop-Tart ice cream.
Ooh, yeah. We're going to have Pop-Tart ice cream that we didn't try on the show. Fuck you guys. I realized when we had gone to When We Were Young, there was a Verizon line. And these people were just standing in it. Right. And I was like, what's this? And they're like, this is the Verizon line. I'm like,
I know what this is.
Yeah. And so I jumped into the line. And sure enough, I was able to get right up. Front isn't the right word, but I was able to get a decent view without being compacted like we were at When We Were Young. Because the problem is that at When We Were Young, towards the end of the night, everyone just moves to the main stages and you're just packed in like sardines and it's uncomfortable and it hurts. Here, you had plenty of, you could dance if you wanted to. You had plenty of leg room. They only let 75 people into the thing and it was 2 giant rails. So I was like, this is awesome. This is super cool. And then
he's doing there's so much room for activities
that's
in here.
Exactly what we were thinking. I had met friends with the people in front of me because, I had no friends there. I went by myself. And, and I was just like, oh, cool. This is nice. Fall Out Boy came on, played
so nice to have friends.
I
wonder what Scott's doing, that fucking asshole.
Fall Out Boy came on. Played the exact same set list as When We Were Young, but I appreciated it this time. I sang along to every fucking song. There's a part where he plays like 3 songs on a piano that without the band while they kind of like take a break. He played What a Catch, Donnie, which is like my all-time favorite Fall Out Boy song. He didn't play the whole thing, but I got enough of it that it made me tear up a little bit. And yeah, they fucking.
I've never seen the catch from Donnie, so I can't confirm nor deny whether it was a great catch or not.
What a catch, Donnie.
Right.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
I've never seen the catch.
So
I don't know if it was good. Was it thrown right to him?
Actually,
did he have to extend for it?
My favorite,
drag his feet.
My favorite Fall Out Boy song is "Disorderly Order of the Water Buffaloes," which is the first song off of Foiled. You know how to say it.
It's that's what the Flintstones are in.
Foil?
Loyal Order of the Water Buffalo.
It's the disloyal order.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's the Flintstones.
I know.
That's what Barney and Fred are in. The Loyal Order of the Water Buffalo.
They must have got it from that.
That's why I'm bringing it up.
So they played that song, and I also teared up, and it was just incredible. Show ends, no problem getting back to the light rail. Absolutely fucking.
And then he cried again.
The fucking crowd dispersed. Everybody was able to get on the light rail. It was simple.
You had to talk to the weird girl on the light rail.
I did, because she's like, what even does baseball even go into extra quarters or whatever? And I looked at her.
I would have looked at her and just been like, shut the fuck up.
She kept saying, like, does baseball have an overtime? And I couldn't
slap her hard enough.
Nobody was responding, so I finally had to look at her and be like, it's called Extra Innings. That's the name of it, Extra Innings Fest. And I was like, Jesus fucking Christ. I was very upset. But I finally get back to my car. I jump in my car. And I'm driving. And I said, you know what? I'm
here in my car.
I feel safe as can be. I jump in my car and I say, I'm in Tempe. I'm rarely ever.
I'm not in a crowd. And there are no bees in cars.
Oh, dude, there were bees at the fucking
That's why I'm singing
Innings Fest. So I walk up to this like rail, and I literally asked everyone. I was like, "Oh, is this where everyone's standing for Fall Out Boy?" And they're like, "No, this is where everyone's leaving from because there's a huge hive of bees right there." And I kind of look over.
It's probably why the whole place was empty behind you.
But I've been taking new psychedelic meds, like meds for my mood and stuff. It didn't scare me. I was just like, "Oh, cool." And I like got up close with it on my camera. You can see it if you go over to YouTube and watch the video. They had two, like a girl and a guy duo, come out and get the bees into a box, and the bees start flying.
Takes forever.
Dude, it took so long.
This is why, like, when they did it at the baseball game, everybody was all pissed because they were like, well, why didn't a beekeeper come out? I'm like, you realize how long that would have taken?
This was 2 beekeepers.
You have to remove them.
Yes.
Or you can just get rid of them.
Yeah, it was 2 beekeepers, and they kept trying to, like, shake the box.
We have plenty of bees, people.
Yeah, and
bees will be okay.
Well, they saved them.
Oh, I'm sure they did.
And they put them in this
hippies.
wood box and fucking got them out of there. And then, of course, Innings Festival took a bunch of pictures. And I took video of it. It was pretty cool. There was a huge drunk guy that's like, "This is a mistake." You can hear him in the video. And I'm just filming, and he's just like, I think in the video you can hear me tell the girl, "Oh, become friends with it, name it," because a couple of them landed on her shoulder, and she was just like, "Oh, look, they're on my shoulder." And that was crazy. They did finally come out and get the bees out of there, but I wasn't anywhere near there. Once I found the Verizon line, I was in the Verizon line. Didn't care about the bees. So jump in my car, drive. I'm like, ooh, I'm rarely ever in Tempe. I think I'll go to Voodoo Doughnuts because Voodoo Doughnuts is right down the way. Well, I'm not gonna tell you who I ran into, but there happened to be some of there I'm not a big fan of. Not a big fan of me. I'm not a big fan of them.
If we were in Slipknot, this person would be number 3.
Yeah. I did not have any idea this guy was going to be there. Because I know with Coheed coming up and stuff, there are chances of this person being there. But I didn't know this guy was going to be.
Well, I can tell you for sure there's 100% chance that this person's going to be there.
Okay. So that person is going to be a Coheed. And I guess they went to Fall Out Boy and took their kid. And I just happened to see them from the parking lot. And I really battled internally that if I should just say fuck it and go in and just act like nothing was different or if I should leave. And I decided for my own mental well-being, just turn around, go to QT, get my lemonade Sprite, and head home. Although I'm bummed I did not get the donuts, because while I don't think Voodoo Doughnuts is like the greatest donuts of all time, it's not. I think like if you eat it there and you just get one, it's a good treat. It's a good after concert treat.
I might partially agree with that.
So,
but if you get the whole dozen,
no.
By the time you get to the cereal donuts, they're
correct, exactly,
they're chewy.
So I was a little bummed, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, you should just wait until you left." And then, you could, and it's just like, I felt bad for giving this person power over me in any way. Like, I should have just gone in and got the fucking donuts and just not ignored it.
That's what I said.
But
so I just hung in the parking lot, waited.
Yeah, but it's just like, I didn't want to even think that there'd be a scene. I had no clue this person would be here. So when I saw them, I kind of froze up and I was just like, what the fuck? All right. So that was a little weird for me, but, whatever, man. You move on, you grow, and you just kind of deal with it. And like I said, I know that person's going to be at Coheed. There might be a chance encounter where I have to run into them at some point. I'm not afraid of them. I just don't want an awkward interaction. I just don't want a scene. So, like Fall Out Boy says, this ain't a scene. It's a goddamn arms race. But that was pretty much my Innings Festival. So, I took the next day. Did you just fart?
Somebody dropped something in the kitchen.
Oh, I was like, what the fuck was that noise? So that was pretty much.
Hello?
That was my Innings Festival.
Who?
It was a lot of fun. I'm excited I love going to concerts. I miss going with you. It's just fun to take these videos and get chicken wings.
I think I talked about this with the guy that I was talking with. And I just said, once I've seen a band, I mean, there's very few bands that I will go numerous times. Coheed, I've seen a lot.
Well,
I enjoy seeing them because they are one of my favorite bands.
Yeah. Well, I always...
but most of the time, most bands, once I've seen them, I don't need to see them again. Like, Coheed switches it up and changes it up all the time. But, I mean, it's one of those.
Kim says sorry. She must have dropped something. Was it a fart from you, Kim? Anyways...
she must have it on the TV out there.
She dropped the steaks. No, but yeah, I get it, dude. I just, I'm always going to pay for your ticket, so you just come with me.
That's not the point. The point is just like, I'm like, yeah, I've seen this band already.
It's whatever. You go see Blink-182.
Like, you're talking about Warped Tour today, and you were like, oh, dude, this giant price tag of a price is all worth it now because a Day to Remember has been announced.
I like a Day to Remember.
I'm like, seen them. I've seen them. We heard it. We heard everybody go, do, 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 do. Let's go.
Let's go. Yeah, that. We're not getting the same thing. This is going to be a different set. So you haven't.
Sure.
It isn't. That's them.
There's just going to be different orders of songs.
That was them playing Homesick all the way in its entirety. You're going to get one of those songs. You're going to get a bunch of new stuff, some old stuff. Probably Since You've Been Gone, which is great.
Oh, I can't wait.
They do a good rendition.
Started as friends.
Yeah, but they do a rockin' version.
It's not Kelly Clarkson.
It's not.
Nope.
It's a rock version.
It's not Kelly Clarkson.
So anyways, it's a Day to Remember, Dropkick Murphys, and there was another band that was announced today that I was like, oh, okay, this is cool. So yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. I still have nobody yet that they have announced that I'm just like, ooh.
No Falling in Reverse for you?
I don't care.
Okay. But he'll probably go on and be like, fuck
I
all
mean,
you
the
assholes.
antics. Falling in Reverse is like, I compare it to Corey Feldman.
No. Corey Feldman can't play. He can actually sing.
You're there to see him.
The spectacle?
Yeah, you're there to see the spectacle.
I get it.
And I think he knows that now.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about Ronnie.
Yeah.
I think he knows that,
but
he feeds off of it
but the
because you
music
saw
is
his
good.
announcement for Warped Tour.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
He was just literally poking the fucking bear.
But it's the truth. He's like, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of you that are unhappy about this. I'm sure I'll be playing to an empty parking lot. Like, he knows that he's going to be playing to a full crowd. It's going to be great.
Right.
So I don't know, man. Like, I'm excited for.
Again, I mean, there's a few songs that I listen to that sometimes make it on my gym playlist.
What song by him? Oh yeah.
Let's see.
You guys hold on.
I gotta look it up.
We gotta
You can
look
talk.
it up.
I'll look it up.
So.
I do have one Falling in Reverse
Whoa,
song.
one Falling in Reverse off the new album.
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
It's on my gym playlist.
Oh, yeah.
Sometimes I hear things and I'm like, because I put it on that smart shuffle.
Yeah.
And it plays other songs. And when I hear something, then I'm like,
Me too.
Okay, I
do
can
too.
listen to this in the gym.
My smart shuffle is so like locked in. It's like, okay, you just listen to Fall Out Boy. I bet you want to hear Brand New. I bet you want to hear Coheed. I'm like, yes, I do to all those things.
Let's see here.
I wonder if it's I am aware that I am an asshole.
I don't know. I know the title of the song.
What's the title of the song?
It's called "Watch the World Burn."
Oh no, that's off of his new album.
Okay, well
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
a good
song.
song.
That's the song that's on my playlist.
Oh,
on
cool.
My gym playlist.
That's a good song.
Yeah,
So-
that's the only song that is in my entire.
Well, I bet you if you listen to that whole album, I think you'd like it.
I've listened to some of them, and I'm just like, skip.
Okay.
Skip.
All right. Well, you're old, so it's not meant for you.
I have one of them.
That's true. Have you listened to the song Ronnie?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, we'll stop talking about Falling in Reverse. All right, so
Yeah, some people might get
we
angry.
already gave you a snack show today. Let's get into these movies and get the fuck out of here. So I did happen to go see, Captain America: Brave New World.
I tried to watch it today.
Was it just terrible?
No sound.
Oh, that sucks. So
It was actually the picture was pretty good, and I'm just like, okay, I'm going to try to watch this so that we can talk about it on the show because of what you had said. And
right. So it's not bad. I know it's getting a lot of really crappy reviews. I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. I talked to Amir a little bit about this. He said that people are saying it's not political enough, and I think that's what makes it work. You get the Snake Squad or whoever the fuck, the Serpent Society. It is technically a what the fuck is that called? The Incredible Hulk sequel. Like, remember the Incredible Hulk with Edward Norton back in the day? It is an unofficial sequel to that film, and it works. It's good. Harrison Ford's awesome in it. Anthony Mackie's not annoying. Everything it feels like an old Marvel movie. It felt like getting back to the basics. It's like when an album or like when a band releases a bunch of new shit and you're like, God, this sucks. And then they release an album that kind of sounds like their old albums. This is exactly what this felt like to me. I had a lot of fun with it. They do give away a lot of stuff in the trailer.
so
like
this wasn't saying anger.
No, this was definitely not. This is the Unforgiven 3. So like the Marvels was saying anger.
My problem with a lot of this stuff is, and I think we've talked about this before, is the superhero movie fatigue.
I agree.
I'm kind of there.
I get it.
Like, we've gotten all the core. We've gotten all the core characters.
Yeah,
we've seen it. Now we're starting to kind of we branched out into all these secondary characters,
Right.
And nobody really cared about them.
Yeah.
And I think it just took me out of the whole.
I get that
situation.
and I totally get that, and that kind of it plays a part here. There's a really cool cameo by Bucky in this, and you kind of get a little choked up when you see him.
Well, it's because he's got his movie coming out.
Right, Thunderbolts, and it's just it works in the sense. Ford's character talks about like reforming the Avengers, and you're just like, oh, this is cool. It almost felt like Iron Man 1 in a little bit. Don't get me wrong, it's not as good as Iron Man 1, but it's worth watching. There's a lot of
watching it.
Yeah,
I
there's
just
a lot
didn't
of real.
feel like I wanted to spend the money to go to the theater
I
to
hear
watch
you.
it.
There's just a lot of like little quirky things about it that I really liked, and I think it's definitely worth your time. It's definitely worth seeing in theater. There's a lot of big set pieces, a lot of cool action, and the Red Hulk stuff at the end is just fucking incredible. So I definitely recommend it. What else we got, Scott? Me and you went and saw a movie last night.
Yes.
We saw The Monkey together. It was 8:40 showing with a bunch of kids, which weren't annoying. I was very surprised I didn't have to yell at anyone.
Not so much.
No, I mean,
and I will let a movie pass. Like if it's a movie like this,
yes,
I don't mind like the laughing and kind of like the single comments. Like, oh fuck, I mean, like, I don't mind that stuff. Now, if it's a movie that I'm trying to watch,
oh, I agree,
then it annoys me. This is one of those movies that you go to. It's, again, we're talking about like a spectacle.
Yeah,
this is a spectacle movie. It's made for fun. The plot is about as thick as a piece of paper.
So this is Osgood Perkins, who's follow-up to Longlegs, which we saw last year. Stephen King
Which was a great movie out of nowhere.
Yeah. Stephen King adaptation of a short story, The Monkey. It's about two brothers who find this monkey, and they realize that it starts to kill people, and they decide to get rid of it. And then 25 years later, it kind of comes back to haunt them. Now, Scott is completely right. There are way too many questions that are unanswered in this film to make this film coherent. But it is a very fun...
It's a fun watch.
It's a fun movie. I enjoyed it. I laughed a lot.
I kind of like
I laughed so much Scott was looking at me like that wasn't that funny.
Weight wise, it kind of reminds me of like a Dale and Tucker kind of theme.
I never saw that.
Really?
Never. I should watch it.
Jesus. It's got a lot of comedy.
Yeah, there's a lot of comedy.
There's a lot of like one-liner acts. I mean, there's a lot like they try to make
it's almost like a dark comedy.
Yes.
Yeah,
and that's exactly what it reminded me of, is kind of along that same lines of like the Dale and Tucker type thing.
Yeah.
They take like the horror theme, but it's kind of fun, and it is very kind of gory.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that this it's super gory. That this
not Terrifier gory.
No.
But it's up there. It's more I think it's more gory than most movies that you're going to go watch. I don't think anything right now is on like a Terrifier level of gore.
True.
This one is probably like in the middle.
Yeah. I thought just the dry delivery of everything was really good. Elijah Wood, who's like been making this huge jump into horrors in it. I think it's funny that this monkey ruined these two kids' lives. They get rid of it and it still ruins their entire life. I think that's pretty hilarious. It's definitely worth seeing. Do you need to see it in the theater? Absolutely not. But it's definitely worth watching.
I like the play on the monkey.
Yeah.
Like they gave the monkey a personality without doing anything.
Yeah, I like that too.
And that was the fun part, because there was a lot of anticipation of like, is something going to happen with this monkey?
Yeah.
Which I'm not going to like spoil whether it does or whether it doesn't or anything. But this monkey is exactly what you're looking at on the screen.
Yes.
Through the entire movie. But it captivates you to the point where like you are kind of scared of this thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree with everything Scott's saying. There's some cool stuff in here. Like Adam Scott shows up at the beginning but stuff happens off screen that you're like, what the fuck? Like I need what is going? Like, can you give me more information? And I think that's where ultimately the movie stumbles. Now, like I said, it's not a bad movie in any way. I just think it would have been better or even more coherent if you could have given us some answers.
Missing a few puzzle pieces.
Yeah, it is, and instead of it, it just kind of like rolls over them instead of explaining them. And I'm not saying you need an explanation for everything, but there's like a kid that shows up in it and he's like, it reminds me of my dad, and you don't know anything about this dude's dad or why this guy's brother is in the army that just sits on the couch all day. It doesn't
well, the two brothers' dad, it's like you get a taste of him and then you're like, okay, what happened?
Yeah, exactly.
Like what happened to the dad? Like I'm not getting any like supposedly this is a big part of the story,
right?
But it just kind of like
it felt almost like it was cut.
It just shuts the door on it.
Yeah,
like it's just like you don't need to know. You don't need to know anything about this guy. We're just gonna move on.
Yeah, exactly. And so I don't know. I like Theo James. I like this movie. I like his son. I very much enjoyed this.
Sounds like we're kind of shitting on it.
Yeah,
which we are a little bit. But it's still a fun watch.
It is a really fun watch.
If you like horror movies and you're into like kind of like you were saying, the dark comedy stuff.
Yeah, I love Neon.
It's
Neon
fun.
and A24 have just been killing it lately. Like I said, Osgood Perkins. I still need to go watch his first movie, The Black Coat's Daughter or whatever. But this movie just fucking excellent, man. Or not excellent, but just a ton of fun. You're gonna have a ton of fun at the theater.
I mean, I did watch. I picked up and I watched before, like before we went and saw this. I did finally watch Companion.
Yeah, what'd you think?
And I really liked it.
Yeah, it's
like
good.
I liked it. I liked the story.
Right now, it's my favorite movie of the year. Right now,
and again, like you did, I went in not knowing anything about this movie because I just didn't look up anything.
Yeah,
I was like, okay, you said it was good. I want to watch it. I looked it up. Oh, they got it. So I played it. I knew it was on streaming, and I had just gotten to streaming. I turned it on, and then like you get that in mid movie where you're just like, what?
Yeah, I know.
What the fuck is going on here?
I was so lucky that somebody told me online, don't watch the second trailer, and I said, okay, I won't. So I didn't, and I didn't know until I saw it, and I was like, oh, that's awesome.
There is very much of like a surprise moment in there where you're just kind of like, I'm kind of confused. Like, where is this going? Like, what direction is this movie going in?
Yeah.
And I actually really liked it. And I mean, will it be in my top 10? I don't know.
We don't know.
You're gonna have to hang around for a year.
Find out. Yeah, dude. That and what else? My kids watched Dogman today, and I watched it with them, and I thought it was pretty fun. If you're into kids films, Dogman's pretty good. It has a lot of over their head humor, like where it's like adult,
kind of SpongeBob-y.
It's like Shrek-ish more.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, oh, that's funny for me, but they get it too. Like, it's just, I enjoyed it more than I thought it would. Kim kept saying the cat, who's like the evil person in the movie, is like, is me. Because like someone will start talking to cats, like, I don't need your life story. I'm like, oh, that is me. And but it's just it's a ton of fun if you're looking for something to watch with the kids. All right. So, like I said, you got a snack show and you get this show today. This is a breeze. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Hopefully tomorrow, sorry about my kids, or tomorrow, next week, we will have a guest. If not, we'll just do another one of these. I think there's something I want to see next week. Maybe Novocaine. I can't remember when it comes out. You're going to go see that with me because it's the same guy from Companion and he can't feel pain. You've seen the trailer.
Quaid?
Yeah?
I haven't seen it.
You have. I saw it with you.
Maybe I did.
You did.
I don't know.
You did. When he's like, I can't feel pain. And he's like,
wow. Oh, yeah.
So,
what was that? What movie did we see that in?
I
don't remember. You think I'd remember all 3 movies I've seen?
Right. What have we seen in the theater?
I don't know.
It's going to bother me. Hold on.
Oh, it was at the beginning of
Presents.
That big
fucking
steaming pile of dog shit.
I can't
Presents.
wait. Ooh, that movie's good. Fuck you. That movie sucks.
You don't understand elevated horror.
We have so much.
I fucking understand it. It was crap.
We have so much content for you guys right now. Head over to the YouTube channel, Social Real 24 on YouTube, and watch all those videos. Me at the Innings Fest. Me with Thin Mint Frosty. Me with going to Target. We also have a snack show we did for you guys today. Just content after content. I wish I locked that fucking door.
You need like a car alarm.
Boop, 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 boop. And yeah. Anyways, we will see you guys next week with hopefully a guest. If not, we'll just keep doing stuff like this. I'm Aaron.
I'm Scott.
Big gulps, huh? Well, see you later.